work because our internet keeps cutting in and out. It's been doing it like all day long. All this stuff on the table for Easter. Let's see here. Let's brighten that up. There we go. All right, so we've started packing. We're starting to pack for us. We got people coming tomorrow to like walk through here because there's people that want to look at this house to do a move-in. So now I am going through all this laundry, deciding what we're keeping and what we're not. I've already got my stuff over here that's washed. Going through it, we got Sarah's stuff that she's already decided she's keeping, she's washing. We got the whole rest of all of this to go through. A lot of this stuff that's like down here on the floor was clean. However, we just threw everything into a pile. I'm gonna go through everything and decide what we're keeping, what we're not. There's a bunch of stuff in here too that Carlisle fits like clothing wise that are tops, but doesn't fit like pants because he's too tall. So we're gonna go through all that stuff. But the internet keeps quitting, so let's see. I'm gonna move this stuff all over here. Let's go ahead and go through like one basket at a time, so that way we can go through everything. There's things I know that she's gonna use, so I'm going to put the stuff I know that she's gonna keep in one pile. But like stuff like this one is, I think, a yes. So we're gonna go through like some of his newer stuff that we just got him, but he also has some stuff that I know is not gonna fit him. So like things like this, which are super frigging cute, but he's so tall that they don't fit him lengthwise. So yeah, see, when he stands right here, he's here, that's gonna be too short on him. So that's a go pile. So I know she wears that. I'm gonna just put all her stuff in a pile. She can come out here and go through her pile. Because I honestly don't want to throw something out that she actually wants to keep. So now here's the thing. I have a lot of these. I use these cat hair, like older towels. I use those for the cat, or the cat for the dog. The cat that, good Lord. So this I know fits him. This is a size 2, so I know that one's gonna fit him. Okay, these I know I will. That's my cardigan. So anything that Sarah's, I'm gonna put back here in a pile. She can go through her stuff. This one is what 6 to 9 is definitely not gonna fit him anymore. Hi Jesse, how are you? So as much as I really like some of these outfits, he's just not gonna wear them anymore. This one he can still definitely wear. So that needs a good wash. Let's see here, we got these, those. Bubby's bowl. He's just started potty training, so these are so stinking cute. Good, I'm doing good. We are actually right in the middle of starting the packing process. Now, I wanted to make sure that I didn't wait till last minute, none of that crap. We are going through all of the things like clothing-wise that we own, and we are now sifting through everything. I don't think he's gonna wear this again. Even though I really loved this on him, it was really, really cute on him. He wore this for Christmas this year and Easter last year. It was huge on him for Easter, but it fit him perfect for Christmas this year. But he is now too big, he is now too big for this stuff. So these are like pieces I understand like that were really, really cute and all, but like it's time for them to, we need to whittle down all the things that we know we're not going to be using at the new house. So my grandma sweater, it says grandma, has a big dragon on the back with our stuff on the front, the printer's logo on the side. Okay, this fits him great. This is his brand new outfit that we just got him. This thing, I think it's about time we gift this to someone. Is a really nice little car seat cover. He's doing good. He's actually, of course, already in bed for the night. I It is late. He is in bed. It's 8 o'clock. He went to bed an hour ago, so he is already asleep. His newest shirt that he got during Christmas says Bubba. I'm really disappointed in these. These were brand new. We got these brand new. And they have no stretch in them, like none. There's nothing. So he can't even wear these because he just can't get them on. This part right here, like, look at this. Nothing. Like, most baby clothes have some stretch in them. This has, like, nothing. It has no give. Like, and it's really, really rough material. So I'm really sad because he never got to wear this. We ordered them, and they're too small for him. Those are hers. Ah, Jenny's. Those go there. Oh, I cannot wait to get to use this. You guys, this is going to be so cool. If you guys have been here a while, then you know. This is my critter cuddler. So it is a critter cuddle. That's what it is. It's called a critter cuddle. And it's for like when you have like small critters. So I had this when we had my guinea pigs, but also she's good. She's upstairs going through all her stuff too. Baby sleeping. So we're trying to get a bunch of stuff done so we can get packing started. But when we had Rigby, this is what I raised Rigby in because he was a lone kitten after everybody else passed away. So this thing is a great piece. Okay, that's got to get washed for the pup. All right, little socks can go. They don't fit him anymore. Well, this is his brand new shirt. He just got that one. All right, this is the rest of that other outfit. I think this one is the small one, right? Yeah, this is the small one for the mini crib. This is for the mini crib mattress. So the mini crib is gonna get trashed before we leave here. And the mattress is a goner too. So I know we don't need this stuff anymore because we're not keeping, we're gonna keep the mattress, but we don't need that sheet for that mattress because the mattress is used for Toby for his bed. So this should be his, yeah, these are his new pants. I might even need to update his pants. I think we're at a point where he's gonna need to go into the next size up. It's so crazy to think that Bubby still fits all his cloth diapers. So, towels always in the one stack. So, cloth diaper covers. I think too when we get out there on the property, because we've now started working with him on potty training, so he's been working with going potty, and it's actually going pretty good. He's now to the point, that was good actually, it's now to the point where he does let you know that he's got to go, and it's so cute because it says like we're really close to that stage where he's gonna really start taking like an initiative to use the toilet. He lets us know like when he's gonna go, but not quite like he knows it's gonna happen, but not like exactly when it's gonna happen. So yeah, he ends up going in his diaper once he mentions it. But it's always, baby steps, literally baby steps. His little socks. Oh my God, I remember when he wore this when he was itty bitty. That I know she doesn't want that on. This is his brand new ones. He plays hard. His clothes get pretty tore up because he plays hard. Okay, this is the brand new bed sheets. So these need to get a good cleaning. So, okay, there's this part. Right there. I might even use these ones for my bed because they match my big comforter really, really well. So it might go good with my comforter set. Okay, towel, dog hair, Toby hair, everywhere. Oh my gosh, Carlisle's little shirts, they're so stinking cute. Look at those. Some of these I might actually trim up and stitch. So he has some short sleeved shirts. Okay. I actually love this pajama on him. He's so stinking cute. We found this one at Ross. So yeah, he actually uses the potty every morning, like a champion. Like that's just part of his morning routine now. But the rest of the day, not quite yet. Like I said, he's not even 2 years old yet. So it's kind of one of those things where they'll let you know when they're ready, but we're encouraging and showing that it's not anything bad, that the potty is not scary, that kind of stuff. So he's learning right now about like that the potty is his friend. I don't know what this sock is about. I don't even know where the second one of those is. Okay, this one here we can probably put Carlisle's little clothes in. These type of things he's getting too big for now, so. There is the other shirt I was looking for the other day. We got some wildly out-of-pocket socks over here. Okay, so let's use this basket to put Carlisle's clothes in that need to be washed. Because he goes through clothes so fast, you guys. Like, I mean, talking about like during the day. Oh, I'm so stinking happy right now. Like, that this is like a permanent move. You know what I mean? Like, we bought this place. This is our home that I bought. So, hold on, let me get these. Slide these over. Come on. Come on, big pile. Big pile. Okay. I'm just stepping all over everything. I don't even care at this point. So, our Christmas pajamas, I'm not keeping these. One, because I can't wear them again anyway. The baby's gonna outgrow his anyhow. My apron. All right, so these things, I don't know. No, I know I'm not keeping those, but, oh my God, you guys, his little socks. So I do know this one still fits him, but I don't know if she wants to keep him using this. I don't think so. This is what, 18 months? It's now summertime, so I don't think he really needs them. This one was 6 to 9. This definitely doesn't fit him anymore. It's too small. So some of these are so stinking cute clothing-wise. So I'm going to grab a bunch of the clothing that I know is in still really good condition. I'm going to wash it, and then we're going to donate them to Goodwill. Because there's a bunch of ones from Little Man that are still in really, really good shape. Because you didn't get to wear them very much because he's so tall. Yeah, she is. Yeah, we ended up buying 2.5 acres of land with a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom house. So, yes, she is living with me. I love these brand new little things that we just got him. There's that pair of pants. So that means I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 4, 6. I have 6 of these style, 3 pairs of jeans and 2 pairs of sweats. Good. It's a good starting point. Ouch. Oh, that hurts. I ripped my nail, so I'm trying not to like rip the fingernail off while I'm sitting here. Oh, this heartburn is killing me, you guys. Yeah, and I posted on Instagram if you want to see some of the photos. I think I posted like 10 photos of the new place. They're like, I didn't post anything of the bedrooms on there only because the people that are selling us the property, all their stuff is in there. So I didn't want to, like, I didn't want to post pictures with all their stuff. See, I really like this pajama, but this pajama doesn't fit very well. Like, the way it fits, I should say. Okay, that has to go there. Also, Sarah and I have found that we genuinely enjoy wearing guys' swim trunks for the summer And I had to get mine from the children's department because there wasn't any men's ones that fit me. They were all way too big, which was quite funny. We got a good laugh out of that. All of us did. Like every single one of us got a good laugh out of the fact that I could not wear a regular pair of men's, even a men's small was too big for me. Alrighty. Literally, these are so cute. There's little travel ones here. That goes there. I think these ones are, which ones are these? I can't even tell what is happening. Which ones are these? Oh, so, oh, these are the new ones. Okay. Yeah, it's scary when. Why would it be scary? There's baby gates there. Why would it be scary? He's got safety precautions in place. Not only that, but he knows how to use the stairs now. So technically, he doesn't really need the baby gates anymore because he traverses the stairs all by himself now. So he goes every night when it's time to go upstairs. He goes upstairs every morning when we come downstairs. He comes downstairs. He knows how to do that. But when you have kids in a place, I mean, he's lived here a year, so he's learned how to use them. But of course, we always have the gate in place as a precaution with him being little. So, oh my gosh, all these tiny hats of his are so stinking cute. So yeah, we would never put him in a position where he would get injured. So no need to worry. Lots of places, lots of families who have kids have stairs in their home. Kids learn how to traverse stairs pretty early on when they're little. So it's not a problem. Okay, these are my constriction socks. I need to put those to tighten up. There's a bag there. Okay, this is the other one that came with that other one. Pretty sure these ones are the other ones. No, these are these ones still too. I don't think these are the ones I'm thinking of. I think these are Sarah's. I can't tell. All right. I do know he's played in this, but it doesn't fit him anymore, so. My military pants. I'm gonna let her go through her stuff on her own. We've got so many bibs for little man. He doesn't even use them. Well, of course nobody wants him to get hurt, but like, you don't even see him next to the stairs because we don't show him on film. So you don't ever have to worry about that. And not only that, he's not gonna get hurt. The stairs are a part of his everyday, day-to-day life. So, but also at the new house, like there's no stairs at the new house other than going in and out of like off the deck. So when he's outside with us on the deck, then yeah, he has stairs to use. But he's pretty darn good at those. So we don't have to worry about that with him. Okay, he's got that one, this one. These are all ones that gotta get washed for him. He's doing good, actually. He's supposed to be coming down next week. So we can do it. We've got a whole bunch of stuff we're gonna do when it comes to the move. So he wants to come down and we're gonna go do a few things before we do the move. So, super flipping excited. I'm just excited. Like I finally found the place that I've been looking for years, you know. Like if you've been watching the channel for a long time, you know like how long we have been in search of a home. and the want for buying a home. This is his brand new pants. Okay. Those are my new ones. There's a bunch of stuff I still need to go through. What do I got going on right here? Oh, that's what that is. Okie dokie. All right. The internet keeps like jumping in and out, so we're struggling with our Wi-Fi. So if I cut out or anything, just know it's not on purpose. Oh my god, this was the outfit I bought him that he never really got to wear. Here's the white one. This will need a good bleaching. So bleach that with the other one. There's the pants. This was one of Taylor's little outfits when he was a baby. And then Sarah got to wear this. And now Carlisle has worn this. And so it's super, super special. These ones, I don't know if these are going to fit him very well. I know there's a couple of them we were going to cut into shorts for him. So these are all his newer ones, right? Yeah. These all need. Then I have this really cute shirt. And I haven't had the chance to wear it yet. It's so stinking cute. Like, it's so cute. Haven't worn it yet. Haven't had any real reason to wear it yet. So, Carlisle's brand spanking new skull jammies. He picked those ones out. He likes those. So, that can go over there. This should be the size 2s. Him's beanie. Can't wait till he gets to wear that. I don't have anybody modding right now because I have everything that just gets kicked over. But yeah, I don't really do any mods just because I'm just not a big enough channel to do that kind of stuff yet. Maybe at some point I will, but yeah, I don't live stream often enough, and I don't really have a schedule to when I do live stream. So, all right, those. Let's see here. This is the brand new one. All right. I'm gonna have to go down through this again because I don't like the fact that this is still a pile of stuff, and I'm not a fan. See, I wish that wasn't on there because I don't smoke. So I don't smoke, so I don't want to wear a beanie that encourages it. Oh, you guys want to see something super cute? This is one of Bubby's ones that he got for Christmas. And I cannot get over how stinking cute these overalls are. Like, they're little overalls. He has we got some of the cutest pictures of him in these. They're so stinking cute. Those are now gone. And these ones that ripped. Yep, those are gone. If you're gonna buy clothing, make sure you buy it from like you're gonna buy undergarments, I should say. Yeah, I get a lot of people that are like that though. It's nice. Like I have a couple people that I love watching when they go live. Like Evan and Caitlin. I love watching Evan and Caitlin. I watched them yesterday on, well, I watched them on Twitch though. They did a thing yesterday where they play they've been playing the Sons of the Forest. They pretty much wrapped it up last night. But it's so much fun watching them. Okay, these are the pillowcases. Let her go through her stuff. Alright, I think these two. I think she said just throw those away. Oh, that was my knee again. My knee. Did I have a feeling I put the one thing in here that I wasn't supposed to put in here. Yeah, This is not for the baby. That's mine. This one's Sarah's. Sarah. This one's hers too. This is mine washed already. All right, let's see here. This one is Bubby's brand new one. Oh, you guys, you have no idea. Like, honestly, like, we only have this, like, the kitchen stuff. I keep saying light. I can't stand that when people do it and I'm doing it. So we have the kitchen stuff left to finish. I only have a couple more items left to go through, and we'll be done packing the kitchen other than the groceries. So we have the food and this last cabinet, like, all the way over there. Everything else, though, pots, pans, I've already pulled out. I've got the one that we're going to keep for doing, like, one-pot meals while we're still here, and then the crock pot or instant pot, because the instant pot helps as well. So I can cook some of the stuff in the instant pot and the other stuff on the stove top. Oh, coloring and painting is so much fun. I love stuff like that. She's going to go through her own stuff. I have heartburn so damn bad. All right, Bubby's little, he still loves these. Sorry, guys. I had one of those moments where I needed my inhaler. Those hit out of nowhere. I've had heartburn all day, so. Ooh, I almost couldn't breathe. That like whistled through my lungs. See, this is the other one that doesn't fit right. So we still have more like of the baby stuff. He has a whole nother stack of them of more clothes that we have to organize, like go through, that's upstairs. But other than that, like that's all that he has left is that little spot upstairs. We get that done and we'll be finished with sorting all the laundry. In all honesty, I'm actually surprised we don't have more clothes than what we do. I'm still missing the one pair of jeans. I can't find them anywhere. I have looked everywhere for that one pair of jeans. And this is all the laundry we have down here. So they've got to be somewhere in the last bit of this, because like they didn't just grow legs and inside of them and walk off. At least I don't think they did. Yeah, painting and stuff is like super relaxing. I have all my painting gear and stuff put away right now. So, because we're packing up so we can move. So I didn't want anything to get damaged. So everything is put away. See, he's so dang tiny when it comes to like how like around he is versus whatnot. So it's one of those things where some of his stuff are like his shorts and stuff are on, we use the 6 to 12 month ones because he's so dang tiny around. But like pants and stuff, he needs ones that are longer. What is this one? That's his brand spanking new one with the doggy on it. Okay. These little chonies. You come here. The doggy diapers are already cleaned off. Now I'm going through clothes that I've already washed here. You know what? Go away. I'm trying not to wear things that are more male-oriented. See, like this here, he looks so cute and stuff like this, but it's like a little romper. And yesterday he wore this, and it was like the length of it from his shoulders to here was just too tight. Like it definitely started to have too much of like a tug in certain areas. So, all right, here's the other pair of sweats. Sorry, everything's in this bag because I had to make a run out of town the other day. And so everything else got thrown in here. That's my shirt and my sweatpants. I think that was everything in here, right? Yeah, I mean, this one was that. Oh, it's gonna go in the little other bag now. Cool. Those are trash bits. So these ones are, what is that? Those can go over there. Over there. See, this shirt's really cute. Sarah gave me this, but it's a little bit big on me. So I don't know if I can stitch it and bring it in so that I can wear it, because it'd be really cute. Oh, puppy's other puppy. Puppy dog. Missed. You guys, if you've been with us a while, you know that when Bubby was little and I worked at the shop, this is my JJ Cole carrier, and he was in this a lot at the shop. So I hold on to that because I know some point and someday Sarah will probably have another baby at some point. Not anytime soon. Nobody be jumping any guns, being all crazy, but I know it's going to happen at some point, and I would love to have that. Even if, what if it's Taylor, you know, when I have another grandbaby, I would love to be able to utilize that stuff because it's an amazing one. So, haha. Nice having bottom sheets. I am actually going to get rid of those. That's for Sarah. What's in here? Is this that twin sheet thingy that we have? No, this is the other one, the one that I can't stand. I'm gonna hold on to it because it's a brand new sheet. But yeah, he's under 2, so he's not 2 years old yet, and he wears size 18 to 24 months, so that's right in the right bracket. So he's right in there. He's just really tall. Like he's tall and he's like a string bean. So, oh my God, this one is so stinking cute. Look at that. But like his little shorts though, when he wears shorts, he wears the tinier ones because he's so tiny around. So he's right on track where he's supposed to be, like for his size, you know, from what he was when he was born. And like each child when they're born, the doctor starts them a growth chart. And then each time you go to an appointment or whatnot, the doctor tracks that growth. And as long as you stay trending on the growth chart and you don't have any like drop-offs or whatever, then they're considered healthy and normal. Bubby's tracks beautifully. Who, what, when, where? Oh, okay. Nope. Not for me. It's that, by the way, I keep getting those things because, of course, it's like, you know, election time and voters time and whatever. I keep getting all these. Sorry, I got all his little chonies. All his little tiny chonies. So, look at him. Keep getting all these stupid little things. Look how cute his little shorts. And you know what? I still have these in here. Is this the newest one? Nope, that's for the little one. We don't need that. All his other pants, you guys, I'm not even kidding. So these are a pair of his brand new size 24-month pants. Because he's so tiny, I've had to like sew them so that they are sewn on the inside to pinch them in so that his little waist fits in there. So it still has the give, but when it stretches around him, it has where it holds on versus being too big for him. Because he's such a tiny little bean. He's so stinking cute. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know. And what were those ones for? I don't remember. And I need with these, keep the thing outside because we have that up for sale. So, haha, hello. That goes there. There's the other little hanger. I have 2 more of those. Okay, these ones can go. We're not keeping that. It's gonna actually go in the trash. See, and like these ones he used to wear, so that these ones he doesn't fit anymore. He's too tall for those. So, which one is this? That can get washed. Oh my God. Well, at least I know how to tell mine and her socks apart, because all my socks have the AB number on them. Are these the... Yep. And these... This is his brand new... Yeah. He don't fit these. Like, he's got to wear these like once because he's so tall. Yeah. So... She's already looking for a different place when we move, so... Because where we're moving, she won't be close by. So this was to that doll. I had to put that with that doll. Oh my God, I forgot he doesn't fit this anymore. This is so stinky cute. Look how tiny. Ugh. Away it goes. Makes my heart break. He's so dang tiny. There's more socks in here. I think I have a couple pairs of Sarah's in here too. Is this the... Yeah. That's that one. This one goes there. Oh my God, Bubby's tiny little socks. Oh my goodness. Okay. Should be able to do this one now. So this one I can put these, not that. Definitely not that. These can go in here. Okay. That makes it so much simpler to go through all of that. Which means it'll make it so much easier when we finish doing all of these things tomorrow. Because once we've got this part done, I think the last couple of things is what we have left in our bathrooms. And then we have a couple things that we already organized and put in totes that were in the garage. Everything else that's out there is already boxed and ready to be loaded when we get the moving truck. So I just want to make things way easier this time around moving, and I don't want anything laying loose when we do this move. I want to make it as quick and simple as possible, because the biggest piece of furniture that we're moving, we have two big pieces of furniture that we are moving, and that is this couch. Well, 1, 2, 4 pieces. This couch, the kitchen table, Sarah's futon, the desk. The crib comes apart, so that's not big. So that one's going to be an easier one to do. I forgot I had this. That was the other piece of clothing I was thinking about the other day. Okay. Now, here's the thing. These ones, I'm almost certain this is hers. Right? Are these hers or are these ones mine? These ones are mine. There's the other pair of jeans I was looking for. I was like, I know I have one more pair of jeans in my mix of my clothing. I knew it. I knew it. Okay, well, at least now we have it. Everything is accounted for. That's my Nirvana shorts. This. I can go there. Towels. That piece over there. And like, this is why we're going through everything, because like he can't wear these little shirts anymore. He's too tall. It's too big for them. He has like white onesies. And it's really funny too, because he's getting better about it, but usually if you don't have him in like a onesie or like a full piece pajama, he will remove all his clothing before the morning time. So I'm kind of sad he can't wear these anymore. Look at this. Look at this one. It's so cute. He can't wear it anymore. He's too big. So he has outgrown it. Little tiny socks go over there. Oh my goodness, his other little brand new socks. This is his brand new outfit. I tore that yesterday, so can't really wear it. Okay. This is his, what do you want to call this? His Star Wars. It's like a little Star Wars onesie. The Cars undies are some of my favorite little like children's like undies that we were able to get for him. I'm getting rid of those. I don't like them. I really like these overalls that Sarah picked out. They're really awesome. She has these really cool overalls that she bought herself. And they're like super freaking cool women's overalls. So my silky shirt. Ow. I have to put like something on that. CJ, hi, how are you? Okay. Oh my god, he's too small for this one. It's such a shame. He's so dang tiny. He's so tiny, but he's also so big now. Like, a lot of these things he doesn't fit anymore. But his little shorts, he can wear like the little shorts that went with some of those shirts. And those are hers. These ones are hers. This is Sarah's jeans. I have a lot of her stuff that she's got to go through and decide what she's keeping. What are, oh, those are her brand new pants. Yes. They're actually really nice ones too. She has really good taste in clothing, by the way. Like super, oh, that's the big blanket, huh? And she's got her one-piece outfit there. All right, Carlisle's little pants. And these are his brand new ones from Christmas time. So, like I said, a lot of his brand new ones I stitched the waists in for him so that way he can wear his pants. There's his socks. When the big blanket comes out, because that does need a good wash. That one comes to the house with, ah, there you are. I knew I still had that. That one can go in there. Where's the other one? Oops, sorry guys. There was another one. Okay. The big silk sheet. Go up there. And the blanket. Alrighty then. That's everything. So. Cool. I did it. So the baby's clothes, my stuff that still needs a wash. Which I don't know why I still have that much. I need to go through that again and sort through it and decide. Why does he do that? Why does he do what? Alright, so that's one of those items. So let me see here. I have her clothing. Let me let her know. It still keeps trying to do that. Like, stop doing that thing. All right, sent that to her. Almost dropped that. Gosh, that really hurt. Like I smacked my hand on the table earlier and I broke my nail on both sides. So, God, my hands are filthy right now. That's what happens when you're moving and you got all kinds of goodies to go through. So we had paint that we were going to do in the upstairs bedroom, the big orange bedroom. And we decided not to paint it. One, because we did a little test spot and it just comes right through like that dark burnt colored orange, and we weren't going to go buy more primer to paint that and then have to do like several layers of that. We weren't going to be staying in this house, so we did get this painted in here because this was like a dark green when we moved in here, and we brightened it up by adding this beautiful blue color. I'm going to paint some of these other spots that kind of, after being here for a little while, you know, you get little spots that wear and tear, so we're going to paint those over, pull this stuff down over here. We're going to just get all the last little bit. Hi Candy, how are you? So we're going to just get a couple last little touch-ups in here. He take his, oh, because he's a baby and babies do that when they don't want to wear stuff. So like all kids do that. Literally all kids do that. They go through that stage. So if you've never been around little ones, then that's why you don't know. But all little kids go through that stage. Oh my gosh, everything itches. All that dog hair got in my face. So, oh yeah, so that is all the laundry. I have one more big basket in the back, but I don't know what all is in there. Nope, she can go suck a toe. Ain't nobody watching that. Let's see here. All right, those are done. This still means I need to go back through that one more time. I'm not a fan of having that many clothes. And then this, I look at it this way. If my laundry can fit in one laundry basket, then I'm good. I don't need any more clothes than that. So, but right now I have some of it folded right here, and then I have all of my clothes in this laundry basket. I don't like this laundry basket because I'll give you this one. And these ones are getting tossed because they are so worse for wear right now. We're going to buy new hampers for the new place. Hi, Ricardo. How are you? So yeah, that is what we've got right now. So we've got her clothes here. She can go through all her laundry, towels, the baby's clothes, and mine. Oh, sheets. Packing is so much fun. But I'm like, it actually is this time around, because this is like one of those things where I'm going through everything I own for this move, and we are dumping anything and everything that I'm not keeping. I'm good. So we are going to, got a last couple things outside that I want to go through. Hi, Amanda. And we're going to go through those, kind of whittle the last couple of items down out of that stuff. But the new house, I finally will have a brand new, like a whole office. And I went on and ordered like this really amazing, like whole book shelving thing. It's like a shelving unit. It's going to go along one whole wall, which is going to give me all the space to do my books, my art stuff that I've been doing. So like all my Lego art pieces are all going to go up. I have an entire display case out in the dining / living room area that I'm going to utilize. It's a big built-in, and it has a glass front. So that's going to also be utilized for some special pieces of art that I have that I've kept packed away. Cannot wait to put those out so they'll be on display. But the whole fun part is I have several boxes that are they're not boxes, they're totes that are in the garage that have like stuff that I want to put out, but I can't because there's nowhere here to do that. So having an office space where I'm going to be able to put all those things on a shelf right where I can see them, and it's a permanent home. Like, I bought the place, it's mine. I get to make it all my own. I am so excited. Yeah. So yeah, it's a thing kids do. All kids go through that stage, and he's in that stage right now. So which he thinks is funny because once he gets him off, he takes off. And he, like, if you're trying to put anything back on him, he is gone. He runs. He's like, I'll see you later. So, and he's also at that age where diaper changing is an adventure. So, it's a whole level when you have kids. So, yeah, it's quite the fun adventure when it comes time for diaper changing. This is, what is her name? Not Sigourney Weaver, it's the other chick, and I forgot her name. The one that plays in the, are they the Friday the 13th movies? Yeah, the Friday the 13th movies. And I forgot her name for the life of me. She's the sister to Jason. I forgot her name. Is it Jason or no? Michael Myers. It's Michael Myers, the sister of Michael Myers. So I'm like, it's not Sigourney Weaver. Sigourney Weaver is a whole different thing. She's from Aliens. What is her name? Oh my god, I forgot her name. And then they keep showing a movie that's out that has Amber Heard in it. Like, well, one, I don't watch anything with her in it anyway. I've always thought she was a very bland actress before I even knew all the other stuff that happened. Because I even watched the first Aquaman, which was really bad. And I love Jason Momoa, and that, what's called Syrup. So, but I watched Aquaman, and I thought it was so bad. Not the new Aquaman movie, but the first one. You finish? Oh yeah, I finished the puzzles. Yeah, those are done. But I did do the massive Hogwarts castle puzzle, and that's all completed. So that's going to be really fun when we move, because that's one of those pieces that's going to have to be like, no, you're good, Ricardo. Have a good night. I have to move that like carefully. That's going to be one of the pieces that'll be put in the van. So when after I turn in the U-Haul, I will pick up the van, and that will be one of the pieces, as well as the Hogwarts castle. That's the Lego one. Anything that's my Lego builds is going to go in the car. Those are going to be things that I take like sitting in the back of the car, because it's a pretty good trip. So yeah, I want to make sure that I don't cause any damage, especially the 4D puzzle. The 4D puzzle, that's a whole level right there. So that is like with the Lego ones, I can put that back together, you know, because it's just Lego pieces. But if I were to bend or damage the 4D puzzle, that is made from puzzle cardboard. Like it's a, you know, puzzle board piecing. So if you bend or break anything on that, like that's a permanent break. Like there's no fixing that. You can try putting some like glue on it or taping it, but it's just never going to be the same again. Whereas Legos, they pop apart. They can be popped back together again. So I don't want that to happen, but with Legos, it's a bit easier to repair, whereas not with a 4D puzzle. So I also saw something the other day with 4D puzzles, and it was more Harry Potter 4D puzzle stuff, and I was stoked. So I'm going to go and find some more of those and put some of those in my little order basket. By the way, if you guys are wondering what happened here, it's where I got like whacked in the face by the baby. Well, he headbutted me, and it bruised all of this. So that's actually a big bruise. It's not like raised or a pimple. It's just a really big bruise. He hit me so hard in the nose. We were all playing, and I got headbutted full force. So, you know, having little, and Sarah and I were talking, we're sitting on the couch, and he is like jumping around, and both of us are like, we're like traumatized by his ability to throw himself around. Both of us usually get injured quite a few times during the day, because he has got little pointy elbows and knobby little knees, and boy, when he gets to going, we have to tell him, like, we bought him like a little trampoline with the handle and all that, and we tell him all the time, no jumping on the couch, you jump on your jumpy. And so he will get off the couch and run over there and jump on his trampoline, and then he'll run over and like jump onto the couch, and we're like, no jumping on the couch, jump on your jumpy. And he goes over there. So yeah, we're redirecting him at this point because he's getting older, he's getting more understanding. So yeah, we're at that point now where he's starting to get really good with instruction, but he's also at the age now where everything you say he repeats, like everything you say. So you have to be mindful of your language around him and the way you speak to people because he will pick up the tone as well. And Taylor learned very quickly because he said something out of being frustrated with somebody, and after he said it, Carlisle repeated it back to back to back to back, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, stop! No, don't do that. Your mom's gonna kill me." So I was like, "That's right, Uncle Taylor. You have to watch how you talk." And we're like, we call him Uncle Taylor or Uncle Tate, and Carlisle now calls him Tato. So Taylor is now Tato. Don't know why, but he became Tato, and he says Tato instead of Taylor. He calls him Tato, which everybody thinks is the cutest thing. And so I called Taylor. Taylor, he goes, "No, Mom, it's Tato. You have to call me Tato," because he calls me Tato. And I was like, "Okay, I guess you're officially Tato now." So Taylor is now Uncle Tato. So how long that'll stick, we don't know. But yeah. Who is that? I know who he is, but I don't know who that chick is. Jenna Ortega, you guys, she is so dang pretty. She's so pretty. There's so many things going on this thing. Okie dokie. Oh, nice. Yeah. 500 pieces. That's nice. Yeah, I'm just super. Jamie Lee Curtis. I don't know why it just popped into my head. I looked up and I was like, Jamie Lee Curtis. It's Jamie Lee Curtis. Sorry, guys. Squirrel moment. But yeah. So, anywho, so much stuff, so much exciting stuff going on. I cannot wait to get everything packed up and moved. I'm just like, I want my keys. We're literally, everything is signed on for this house. Everything is signed. Everything is in underwriting. It's all written. It's ready for the last signatures, like literally closing signatures. We are waiting for the appraisal to finish. So as soon as they get their butts out there and do our inspection and appraisal, then as soon as that is done, we will be able to sign our closing papers. So everything else is completed. And all of us are just like waiting because if the appraisal people show up, the appraiser and inspector from the VA show up in the next week, then they usually take about 2 weeks to get their whole full appraisal back, right, to finish the information. That would mean that we would get our keys before the 25th, which is kind of what we're hoping. This place is already paid for the month. So this place we have until the 1st. Now, we get our keys no later than the 25th. So no matter what way we do it, we get our keys on the 25th. But we were hoping that's like what we're waiting for, to get that done. And hopefully we can get our keys early. Because if we get our keys early, then we can actually start pulling everything from this house to the new house early. Get everything transferred over at the new house, everything put in our name. So utilities, everything, get internet set up over there. Not sure which one we're going with yet. I've looked into Starlink. I don't know how like good it is out there, but there's one other company out there. So one of the two we're gonna set up with. But anywho, so we'll get that all set up. And then, yeah, everything else, like electric is the only other thing that has to be done over there because everything else is, we're pulling off the land. So we have a well, like a personal well, so we don't pay city water or anything. All of that's going to be part of our land management. But anyway, so get everything turned on over there in our name. So it's just a transfer of names is all it is. Oh, excuse me. So we get all of that stuff done. We are hoping to get all that done before the end of this month. So this way we can take our time getting everything moved over, excuse me, but also allow us to get all of this stuff in here really well cleaned up. I have a couple of things I left. I want to go in this room here, the downstairs room, we're going to paint it. Because of course having Toby and the dirt, you guys don't even know, the dirt is a whole nother thing. So we're going to scrub that whole room from top to bottom. We had a really bad leak when it rained. They're already aware that they had the people come out and fix it, but it flooded the whole windowsill and the window framing, and all of that sagged, and it got really bad in this room, which is one reason why we stopped using that room. But that whole thing is like a disaster. So that whole thing needs to be like all cleared out. So we're going to do all of that this week. Get this entire room down here emptied and painted. So they're coming out, like they have a lady coming tomorrow. She wants to do a walkthrough and see the house for herself. But I was like, I told the landlord, I was like, you do realize like we're in the process of moving. So everything is out, like out of the closets. Everything's kind of in the rooms, in spaces. And she's like, I understand that. I'm like, okay, I just want you to know that, because I don't want you walking in here and whatnot, because I pride myself in having a put together home before somebody comes walking through here. And I'm like, but everything is out, like everything is out. So we have boxes upon boxes, like stacked. So I've got like a whole stack of boxes here from everything we're going through. I still got to pull the stuff off these shelves here. I've still got more boxes on this side over here. I've got all the laundry out because we're sorting all that. Bubby's little toys are out, you know, from what he's doing. I'm like, so having somebody come walk through here when I have like a whole literal mess of stuff in my house is like one of those things where I'm like, why do you want to walk through a house for that you're gonna rent when there's people still in it? Like, I'll never understand. I've never done a walkthrough on a house while people were still residing in it. Like, even when we moved into this one, Tyler and them had already moved everything out. So when we came to do our look around, everybody's already gone. Astro, hey. So it's just, it's so weird to want people to walk through here when we're in the middle of packing. I'm like, okay. I understand like when you're selling a house, you like set the house up and stage it so that when people walk through, they can see what it looks like with furniture and everything. But with this place, like we're renters for one. And I gave her my 30-day and whatnot. And that's a whole nother thing too that happened. So I don't know. I'm not even gonna mess with that whole thing. But it's just crazy. Like, they're gonna come out here and walk through the house tomorrow, and I'm like, I don't know how they're gonna see much. Like, I have everything from my bathroom, like from the cabinets, is sitting on top of the countertop. So that means tonight I need to at least box up everything that we're not utilizing for the next couple weeks. So like I took out like my travel bag, and I have like my travel bag size stuff, and everything else is gonna go put in a box and labeled, of course. So I'm like, why do you want to bring somebody in here when we're in the process of whatnot? Like, that's super inconvenient. So she messages me earlier in the evening. She messages me at like 5 in the evening. Hey, we're gonna come by at like 1 or 2. And I said, no, you're not. And she was like, why? I said, the baby is sleeping during that time. That's his nap time. He doesn't get up until almost 3 o'clock. So we'll be available after 3. And she goes, well, she can't do it at 3, so she's gonna be there at 11. Like, how about you like ask? Because what if I wasn't even gonna be here? You're not walking somebody in the house while I'm not home. Like, no. This is our, like, we're paying for this place. Like, this is our home right now while we're paying for it. But yes, we bought a house, Astro, so we are moving. But we're, like, this place is paid for the month, and I bought a house. Like, so we're waiting for our close of escrow on the house we bought. So with this place, though, we paid, when we moved in, we did first and last month's rent. So when you move in, you do first and last month's plus a security deposit and a pet deposit, a non-refundable pet deposit. So cool. But when you put in your 30-day notice, they're supposed to utilize the last month's rent that you already paid in advance, right? So this way, when you're doing your move out, you're on vacation, awesome. When you get ready to move out of a house, let's say you're going to rent a new place because your contract's coming up. So when you move into a place that is a first and last month's rent up front, you don't pay rent again the final month. The month you give your 30-day notice, you're not supposed to pay rent again because it's already been paid in lieu of that last month. She made us pay rent again and was like, no, you need to pay it anyway. We'll give it back to you when you move out. No, that's the deposit. You do the deposit back if everything checks nice with the house. So now she has to pay us back our rent and deposit when we do our move out. Because I can tell you right now, this place will be clean to the nines. Carpets will be shampooed. Everything's going to be done. And so when we moved in, it had not been deep cleaned. We had to have somebody come out and clean the house and deep clean it. So I'm like, we're going to be doing all of that ourselves. And so when we moved in, the place was not cleaned up. It was pretty bad. So I was like he did like a basic wipe down of the house when he moved out, but it wasn't like deep cleaned. So when we moved in, carpets were not done. It took them 2 weeks after we had already moved in to send the guy to do the carpet cleaning. And it stunk. Let me tell you what, that carpet smelled so bad. But it is what it is. So I was like, I'm not going to argue with her. All I know is that I have the contract. I have receipts. So I better get my last month's rent back. On the 1st, when we move out, I want it that day. Because that money, when you do a first and last month's rent, the reason for that is so that last month when you are moving, the money that you would have paid to the landlord would be the money you use to give to your new landlord for your new move-in, right? So you do your first and last month's rent for the new place. So I'm like, I just don't understand why she's doing another payment. Why am I paying the month of April twice? So why am I paying $2,600 for the month of April? So you made me pay the month of April twice. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, it'll be fun when you guys get to see the new house. Like I said, go on Instagram. Link is in the description box. So go over to check Instagram out. I posted some of the photos. Like I said, the pictures of the bedrooms I didn't post because one of them's I think I did one of them with the office one. But let me see. I'm going to look here. Because I posted a bunch of them. Whoa, phone. So I posted the ones on Instagram. So you guys can see the ones I did. So it has this one. So that's I cannot wait. Like I said, but the house was staged when we took the photos. So you got, this is of the big kitchen. So standing back at the back side of the kitchen, looking out. So looking in through the front side of the kitchen towards the back door. And you got, this is the master bathroom. This is the hall bathroom. And then this is the property. So this is our property line here, but the rest of that is all ours. So you can see our entire square property. So right up to that blue building, that's everything in that square is ours. You can see kind of where we're going to be living. So this is our property here. Then you can see all the mountains around us. Oh, I can't wait either. Oh my God. Oh, excuse me. Sorry guys, that was rude. But yeah, I'm beyond excited to get moved in. Oh, also, I posted this. I did this with Carlisle. So his little footprints with his bunny rabbit, which is sitting right there. It's on the wall. So I cannot wait to get everything all done up. Toby, by the way, is locked outside. So with everything going on in here and we have all the stuff everywhere, he is the biggest, klutziest dog. And he's insane. He keeps snatching stuff. So because he likes to grab everything and try to take it out the door, he's not allowed in the house right now. And it's nice weather, so I was like, you have an entire enclosure out there, and a whole half of that enclosure is completely like covered, like it's completely covered in. So no sunlight gets to that entire area, so it's never in the sun. And then the other half has like a sun shade over the top of it, but the sun still gets through, but it's like muted. Oh, poor little kitty. So yeah, one of the things I would like to do when we get the property is I cannot wait until we can finally get the chickens. Like, I have been doing so much research on chickens because I don't want to screw it up. But one of the things that I have been repeatedly over and over and over again, crap, what happened? Oh, I keep freezing. Yeah, our internet keeps stopping. So, is it still going again? It looks like we're working again. It just crashed, yeah. I know, I keep freezing up. So, did I kill the, yeah, I killed it. Like, the mosquitoes are so bad over here. That's the one thing about this house. Ever since that window sill thing fell in, like, we've had mosquitoes so bad because that whole area had sitting water. And that is one of the worst things you can have around any place out here in Arizona, and especially by the river, is sitting water. Because any kind of sitting water is an attraction to mosquitoes. So, like with the dog will not have a water dish outside at the new property because that just invites mosquitoes. He will have the dog door, and his big dog water bowl will be inside the house. So when he needs a drink of water, he'll have to come inside and get a drink. But yeah, definitely not outside out here. You just don't do that. That's why I get so irritated when I see people that live out here in AZ that have dogs that don't come in the house. It gets to like 120 degrees out here. Do you want to sit outside in 120 degrees all day? And a standing bowl of water in that kind of heat gets hot. Those dogs don't want to drink that. It's boiling hot water by mid-afternoon. So, like, to me, it's like, don't do that to your pets. Don't leave them outdoors. Give them a dog door, give them an access point to get inside and get in the air conditioning where it's cooler out, and leave their food and water inside where it's going to get cool. But yeah, I cannot wait to get chickens. I was kind of worried about like how it gets warm out here. Like where we're moving to is about 20 degrees cooler than this city that I'm in now. So we do know that it gets much cooler there. We're a bit higher up in the mountains up there. So that is a big, huge difference. Like we are really getting hot. Like we're quite a distance up in comparison to being down here on the river. So we are way up above that water level. And so that's like a huge deal for us. And we're going to be up in the mountain areas. By the way, we are literally where we're going to be moving every, like during the holidays, like during Thanksgiving and Christmas time, we're going to be able to go up to the snow, which will be like a 20-minute drive for us to go up into the mountain where the snow is. So we'll be able to take Carla up to see snow. And it does every once in a while snow where we're going to be living. So we may see some snow. But otherwise, according to a lot of people, chickens don't really need too much, like, you don't have to really worry about like putting AC in there or whatnot. They're pretty versatile birds, and as long as they have a way to get like out of the sunlight and stuff like that, then you're pretty good. So I was like, well, that's good information to know. Oh my god, he is such a little doll. I can't with him. He's so stinking cute. What was that? I had a thing that just popped up on here. Oh, I will. That's not until the next day. Oh, you guys want to hear something really funny? Oh, well, it's not funny, like not haha funny, but like funny. So I'm sitting here, I got my taxes all done, right? Because you guys do know I worked a chunk of last year before my retirement. And then I did some other, what do you call it, independent work after my retirement. So I file my taxes, right? Georgia, we don't know what snow is. Right? Right? Oh, man. Yeah, we cannot wait to get to take him up to the snow. It's going to be so exciting when he gets to see it for the first time. But, so I filed my taxes, right? Got everything filed. I didn't work much, so it's not like I'm getting like this big return or anything. It's not much. However, it's still my taxes, and it's still my refund, and it's not a bunch, but it's a little bit, right? It could get us the U-Haul. And I'm like, okay, so it's been 7 weeks. I'm like, why is it still sitting in processing? Ooh, big chill. I'm like, I haven't received anything in the mail from the IRS, so like, what's going on? So I'm like, okay, so I start looking online, like, hey, anybody else going through this? Is your thing still showing this? And people are like, well, you got to sign in to the thing and see where your notifications are on your ID Me page through the IRS.gov site. So I was like, what? So I went in there, pulled it up, my own personal IRS account on irs.com, or .gov, G-O-V, not .com. That's a whole different thing. irs.gov, sign into your account to look at all your returns, your stuff, whatever you have going on with the IRS, tax-wise, whatever. So I sign into it, go in, I have a notification. It says that they sent me a letter that has a 14-digit code that I have to enter to prove that I am who I say I am. And I was like, okay, I haven't received anything yet. So I go out here where we have several people that are renting spaces in the RV park section of the property. And they have one of the guys that they gave the mailbox key to. I don't know why he gave him a mailbox key. I'm the renter of the property. I should be the only one with that key, and I already told everybody, right down here, if you decide you would like to use the mailbox, any mail that comes for you, I will put out here in the really large, we have a really large mailbox right here at the front of the door. You guys we'll put your mail in there, and we'll put the flag up to let anybody in the park know that there's mail in the mailbox. Come check it out. Be respectful, and don't take what's not yours. So I go down to the mailbox first, check the mail again. I'm like, I know I've already checked, there's nothing in there. So I come back, and I knock on his door. And he's got my mail. He's had my mail, because my mail shows that it needed to be entered by the 25th of March. This is now, we're now in April. And I was like, dude, it's been a week. He's had my mail for over a week. And not only that, but he also had my coffee order. So he had my shipped coffee order, which is like, that's the babies that on the other side of the babies, wipies. But he had my coffee order and my IRS papers. I was like, are you kidding me? I said, give me the key. I don't want you having the key to the mailbox. You don't need it. So I took the key from him. I gave it back to the landlord today. I said, you don't need to be giving anybody else the key to the mailbox. I'm renting the property. The mailbox is under my name. There is no reason anybody else on here should have the key to the main mailbox. And he was like, okay, I'm sorry about that. No, not sorry about that. You didn't even tell me you gave him a key. I just happened to see him walking back from the mailbox one day with an armful of mail. And I was like, how the heck did you get into the mailbox? It was because they gave him a key. Like, no, absolutely not. No. So, anywho, I finally got the paperwork finished last night. Got my stuff in. Thank goodness, because, cutoff date's coming up. So, finally, everything is through and approved. So, I should see it in a couple of days. But, like, what the actual heck? I'm so glad that we're moving, and I'm going to be on my own property, my home, my land, my mail, and not have to worry about somebody else having the keys to my stuff. Because, dude, like, what? You've had my mail for over a week, and you didn't tell me you had my IRS documents? Like, excuse me? Like, that's not okay. That's not okay. Oh my gosh. But anywho. Oh yeah, I still gotta pack the books. Oh my god, you guys. I forgot. Look at this mess. Carlisle still has a bunch of books in both sides of this. We have all his Dr. Seuss books and everything over here. And we have all his like puzzle books and like activity books right here. Look at this a little bit. Like, this is the laundry. This is the empty basket. But this is my clothes, baby's clothes, clothes that are getting donated, and sheets. Where's the thing? Sheets. Sarah's pile she has to go through. This is towels, my washed clothes. Not too shabby. I'm making progress. So that's the laundry stuff. Oh, Sarah's laundry is done. I heard the machine stop. Hey, it came unplugged. Let me tell her, your laundry for the dryer. Whoop, I spelt it wrong. Don't come for me. Your laundry's ready for the dryer. There we go. Oh my God, you guys. If you are anybody who has kids or around kids or whatnot, there are some days where sometimes kids just have a day where they are just literal wild child. That was Carlisle today. This kid was wild today. Wild, but super funny. Like, so funny. He had so much attitude to give. I took him with me this morning to go get coffee at my aunt's shop. So I get up there, and I put him in the stroller because he was eating a snack. So I was like, here, I'm gonna put you in the stroller. You have your juice, your snack, whatnot. We go in, and I talk with her for a minute. I get the coffee. I buy an iced tea so that way I can give him some iced tea. A signed picture to some of your yes, and I think you were one of them too. I think you received one. I want to do that again. I have like so many like opportunities to now print stuff out and whatnot. I'd love to do another like signed thing to send out to people. But anyway, he's sitting there in the stroller. We walk in and she goes, "What are you doing with the stroller?" And I was like, "The baby." "Well, what's he in a stroller for?" "Hi, Astro, welcome back." And I was like, he's eating his snack. And I come around the corner and she says something, and he goes at her, like full back of his head eye roll, like whatever. And he goes, "No need." Yeah, I know. It's because our internet's being total junk. You still have it? Awesome. Like, Taylor and Sarah were so little back then too. Like, it's so funny when I look back at some of those videos. We took a lot of videos off after the kids and I sat down, and we kind of went through a bunch of them, and we made like choices of which ones we wanted to keep up because we want to be able to just click on them and see like a memory, and then other ones where we were just like, oh my gosh, yeah, we can just let those go. But yeah, we went and removed a bunch of them. A lot of the ones that had anything to do with like Sarah's health and stuff like that, because you just had a lot of people that were just, they became like, I guess, felt like they were entitled to, and were like supposed to be privy to everything that had to do with her medically. And it became where she started feeling like people only came to the channel and wanted to watch to see her have a medical episode, or to find out how only she was doing it and only her seizures and only this. And she was like, "Mom, I'm not seizures. I'm not epilepsy. I am Sarah." And now, of course, she's an adult. She's going to be 23 soon. It's like Taylor's 25. She's going to be 23. Sweet Angel Nursery. Debbie, how are you? Haven't seen you in a while. So, I think that's Debbie. Oh my God, if I'm wrong, I'm so sorry, but I think that's Debbie. But, yeah, we are so excited. Like I said, the kids are grown. Taylor's 25. Sarah's going to be 23. She's a mom now. She's got a little man. And so it just became one of those things where she was just like, "Mom, it's just so annoying that everybody thinks like they have to come here and it's all about my medical stuff instead of, hey, how y'all doing? How's life treating you?" kind of like thing. So how are you, Debbie? It's been a long time since you've been in a hangout. But yeah, it's just, I look back at some of the old videos the other day, because our internet kept going in and out like it keeps doing today. And I was going through a bunch of them and I was like, wow, I look back at those and I'm like, we had so many wild ups and downs for like that 5 years that we did whatnot. We do actually. Sarah has now altogether, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think she has 8 reborns. 2 of them she has not completed. 2 of them are, one of them is her reborn that she got when she lost Penelope. And the reborn baby was like, she went on and did like one of those things where you take the donor's photos and you're like, put it this way, it would be mom and dad's photo and kind of mesh it together to see what the genetic like features would look like. And when she did that, she picked out a doll that resembled really closely to what the AI generated look between her and the donor look like. So she's finishing that, and then she has another little beautiful little one that she just recently purchased. So it's really amazing. Okay, bye Astro. And then I have my 2, the one that I hand did, and then one that we purchased. So, well, Sarah bought for me a while back. Now, something that's funny is that the doll that Sarah and I both purchased, I got the female version, she got the male version of the doll. And they are one of those like knockoff silicones. And both of us are like, I mean, they're super cute. Don't get us wrong. But the way that the person did it, because they're knockoffs, the necking and stuff isn't done right. So it's like super wide. So it doesn't move like a reborn doll normally would with it being silicone. So it's one of those things where like you can, okay, that heartburn is killing me. I'm not even kidding you guys. Where you can like go through the process of, it gives me, all of that hurts. Ooh-wee. This probably isn't helping. It's cold, so I'm drinking it, but it's probably not helping at all with the heartburn. I've had heartburn now, you guys, for the last month and a half. You got a new car? Oh my gosh, I bet that's amazing. I got a brand new vehicle last year. So I love my car, by the way. That I got a 2020 Dodge Grand Caravan. I got the Grand Tour, I guess is what it's called. So I got the one that has like all the upgrades. The only upgrade it doesn't have, which I'm kind of bummed out about, is the DVD player on the inside. But that's okay. We ended up buying a portable DVD that we can attach. But I might end up going and having the DVD put in it. I don't know yet. But I love my van. I love it. I've thought about getting a truck, but I don't think I want a truck. The van was just so much better. And with a big old dog like Toby, we like being able to lay the seats down and put him in the back, because he's a big boy. I still cannot believe he's 93 pounds already. Like, what? What is today right now? This is the 4th, right? Yeah, so tomorrow, he'll be 10 months old. 10 months old, 93 pounds. And the vet's like, he's definitely going to hit 100 pounds by the time he's a year old. He's still got 2 more months to go before he's a year old. His birthday's not until June. So he is a big dog. Like, he's a huge dog. Like, looking at his feet, the groomer always gets a giggle out of the size of his feet. Every time she goes in to do his feet, she's like, oh my gosh, these things are huge. So, like, when I can put my hand like this on his paw, and his paw, like, the tops of his, like, nail area touches here on my hand, and the back part of his little cushy padded part touches here. So his paws are, like, that whole part of my hand. They're huge. But, I mean, like, you can't really tell. I've literally, people, if you saw me in person, Debbie knows, because Debbie and I have met in person. I have tiny little hands. I'm like not a big person. I have tiny hands, so I guess that doesn't really compare. But Toby is huge. I mean, he's a massive dog. Yes, yes. Yeah, see, mine doesn't do the I don't have the push button one, but what I have is like I can walk out and like click the button and my car will start. And then when I get in, you just touch the key into it. You don't have to do anything. You just put the key in and my car is already running, which is really frigging nice. I can start it up while I'm in the house. I don't even have to be out there. I can just push the button from inside, start the car, get it warmed up if it's cold outside, like last winter. Best idea ever. I was able to warm the car throughout the winter, this winter. I was able to get it all nice and toasty in there before we got in. I get in, I push the button for the seat warmers and the steering wheel warmer. Perfection. When we were like last summer, because I got the van. I got the van in February. Last summer, we would get ready to leave and go do stuff. Start the car up, AC kicks on. Car's nice and cool when you get in, not 120 degrees. Because, we have a garage, thank goodness. But yeah, best thing ever. Best thing ever. Like these newer cars, best thing. So, yeah, I love it. But I'm so excited to be moving. I'm so flippin' excited. I'm so excited, one, to have so much land and so much space. And like I said, we've been researching all the things with chickens so we can make sure, like, I don't want to kill chickens. You know what I mean? Like, eventually we'll have to cull the chickens, but we were doing a bunch of research and found out, like, most chickens will lay for, like, the first, like, once you get them to laying age, which is roughly around 16 to 20 weeks, depending on the breed of chicken. 16 to 20 weeks is usually right around when they'll start to lay. I was like, okay, that's cool. And then most chickens will lay good laying. Chickens will lay up to 3 years, and then they kind of start to taper off after that. So you won't get an egg from them on the daily like you do those first couple of years. The best time if you're going to make them dinner, I know somebody's gonna be like, what? If you decide that they're going to be part of your dinner plate, the best time to cull them is right at around the 3.5 to 4 year mark. And then anything after that, like your 5 and 6 year old chickens that completely stop laying, they're old. They're considered old chickens. And the meat is very, very tough. Like their meat gets very, very tough. There are lots of recipes out there that you can do with the tougher meat. You can even make really good homemade dog food with that tougher meat. Or you can make some really good like stews and like heavy soups. Yeah, you've had that other one for a while though. But yeah, it'll be one of those things where we have to make the decision: do we let them just get old, not laying anymore, but still eating and everything, or do we want to make them make them part of our production? So that way we know how they're raised, we know that they're loved, we know that they're fed well, we know that we cared for them when it's that time, because they're not going to live much past that, and then it becomes, I guess you could say, a waste of letting them go past that. Yeah, you just push that button. My aunt has one like that too. So we're learning a whole bunch of stuff. So our thing is like when you're ready to expand your coop, you want, like, every time you get your sets, there's a lot of people that have them so you can tell which birds are what age. So when you get your first set, you put a little tag on their leg that stays there. Like you can color code them. So let's say we get the one set, let's say in 2024, they'll get this is just for example, they'll get a white tag. So all of the 2024 chickens will have white tags. Then let's say you go another year, right? And you decide you're going to add to your coop. And you get another set of birds, which is, right, I'm going to start off with 5. But then let's say we want to add another 5 birds to the bunch. You add those next 5 birds. Let's say we blue tag them. Now we know that those are 2025 birds. So that way, when it comes time to cull your chickens, you can walk in. You know which ones are going to be culled and removed from the pack by their tag. So you would look in. You'd say, okay, these 5 are the ones that are going. This way, you take that 5 and then you bring in the next set, and you tag the next set. So this way you don't ever mix up who's going to be going. You also have to really watch, like something I'm learning is you got to really watch your chickens. You may have one that isn't a really good layer, but will love to destroy other, like the eggs that are being laid. And then if you end up with a broody chicken, the thing you can do for that is you can get eggs for her, like actual fertilized eggs. Now, here's the thing with that is I do not want to go through the process of incubating any eggs. Yeah, I bet that's awesome. I don't want to do any kind of incubation. I want it to be where if they hatch, mama's going to take care of them. Oh, by the way, Jesus. Holy cow, I hope she's all right. My gosh. That's scary. I hope she's okay. I cannot believe how bruised that got. It actually started to turn like a purpley color. Hopefully it'll go down soon. I got hit so hard. This is what happens though when you play with, oh, that's actually sore all the way through. Like he headbutted the absolute crud out of me. So he hit my nose, like this whole side. He had a toy with him, so I got hit right in the face. So he nailed me. I can see bruising through here too. Like all through here. This right here though, that's right point of impact. He hit like right here. So his, I'm almost certain that's from his nose. It's still recovering. Gosh, I wish her a full recovery because that sucks. I've been in a bad accident before. That's no fun. Recovery from stuff like that is no fun. I mean, I could not believe in 2020 when I had my car accident in December of 2020. Like, I am shocked that I walked away from that with just a broken toe. Joseph, hey, how are ya? Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. It got stuck. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't wish that on anybody. I really hope she recovers quickly from that because that is, I know it's been since October, but I'm going to, from here, start getting recovered. I'm so glad to hear that, Joseph. Keep walking, man. Keep walking. You're doing so good. But yeah, when we had that accident with Taylor and I, when I was on my way to work, and I T-boned a guy while I was going 55 and my brakes failed while I was coming down out of the mountain from going into Lake Havasu, and my brakes failed and I hit that truck like at 55 miles an hour. I just slammed right into him. And I mean, my whole front end of the car was gone. So Taylor and I walked away. Like Taylor completely unscathed, a little like sore the next day, but nothing broken, nothing damaged. I had a broken toe where the airbag at my legs deployed and I broke my toe in that process. But other than that, like I came out of that completely unharmed, and so did the gentleman we hit. And we spun his truck all the way around. Like I hit him right at the back end. Like he was full side and I hit him like going this way. And I hit him here, and it stopped me, like literally stopped me dead in dead in the intersection. And his truck spun all the way around to where he was facing back towards me again. When we hit him, like I slammed into him and sent him careening out of control and back facing towards us. So scary, and literally we all walked away from that accident. Even with my broken toe, I walked away from that accident. And very sore muscles, like by the next day all of us were definitely hurting, but I had a completely totaled my car, no front end left on it, so you know, and I damaged the back end of his truck, but thank goodness for insurance. And we had to fight for that one because we had to show proof that I had just had everything looked at. And thank goodness the guy behind me was like, no, her brake lights were on. Like she was pressing her brakes. So she was not just like flying down this hill. Her brake lights were on way up there. She was trying to slow her car down and it was not coming to a stop. And you could hear like when my brakes caught and then gave again. Just as we approached him, my brakes caught, and it was like, you could hear it, and then it went psh, and you heard, right before impact, you heard the snap of the line. So, and I had taken my car in, and she can't feel her bottom of her foot. Oh man, her knee and her chest. Oh yeah, my gosh, yeah, that sucks. Yeah, so it was crazy because we took the car in, and I had it like, because I was like, why does it always feel like when I'm trying to come to a stop, I kept telling the guy, I'll press on the brake, and then it'll take a second, and then I feel it start to catch. And I kept telling him, I'm getting concerned with the car. It's not like the brakes aren't responding the way I'm used to them responding. Took it in, he ran a whole brake check on it. Everything came back good. Checked the computer, everything came back good. Shows no issues. And I took the car and we drove around again. Seemed to be fine for a few days. And then it started up again. So that Friday, I took it in again. And I was like, can you please test this again? Hi, Wendy. I'm like, this is not, something's clearly not right with the car. Like, I can tell you right now, those brakes are failing. I can feel it when I'm trying to use the brake. And I keep feeling like I can feel when it finally like catches. And so he ran another diagnostic on it, then ran the whole, like setting it up on the thing, running the wheels, doing the brake. Everything seemed to check what he said, passed, and it was good. I was like, okay. Drove to work the next day, and my brakes failed. And, oh yeah, I'm good. And I was like, that, like, one, I had my kid in the car with me. And two, the fact that we walked away from that accident, and this is back in 2020, that we walked away from that, all three of us, the gentleman we hit and my son and I, with literally me being the only one with a broken toe. That was it. I broke my big toe. Everybody walked away from that accident, and it's just like mind-blowing to know that we all came out of that. Crazy. So, but yeah, I cannot wait to get moved. Like, I just want to hear, like, I want them to call me tomorrow and be like, hey, guess what? They're here for the inspection. But we think they're going to be out there on, they're probably not going to make it out there until Tuesday. But like, we're hopeful that it'll either be tomorrow or Monday, because they won't do it on a Saturday or a Sunday, obviously. When I am here. All right. Good night, Julie. Have a good night, and good seeing you in the chat again. But yeah, so I want them to hurry up and be like, okay, inspection is in, the appraisal is done. I just want it to come back so that we can buy it. I have one of those. Yeah. The thing is they ran every test you can run on my car, and everything came back good, because when they would run the test, the brakes would catch. And so, of course, everything was showing that it was working, but I kept telling him, I understand that, but could you just like do an actual visual, like go under there, look at the brakes, take everything off and actually inspect the brakes themselves. And they were like, they ran the whole, running the, like having that thing where the tires run and then someone applies the brake, and they did all the tests and everything. Oh, good Lord, that heartburn came up and that gave me, oh, right in my neck. Ooh, that hurt. But yeah, everything diagnostically came back. There was nothing diagnostically, like computer-wise, wrong with the car. It was a failed brake line. So it was the lines that deliver the fluids. It's a brisk iced tea. Raspberry iced tea. I've had this damn thing for all day. Like, it's giving me worse heartburn than I had before. But I drank so much water today that I have to be careful, because I have a bad habit of drinking too much water. And I almost seriously hurt myself a couple weeks back. I talked about that in another live stream. So I purposely got this so that I would leave the water alone and just sip at this, because I can't chug this type of stuff. I'm just sipping at this. But I got to be careful with the fact that I love my Circle, and I'm constantly drinking that. So I got myself one of the smaller ones, And I'm like keeping it to where I'm only drinking like 4 of those smaller ones each day, because otherwise I drink way too much water, and I made myself sick a couple weeks back. So yes, you can actually hurt yourself with too much water. You need to be careful about that. I was drinking somewhere around like, I think I drank like somewhere around 120 plus ounces of water each day for like 3 days straight. And I ended up to where like I flooded my body and my kidneys couldn't keep up with how much water I was putting through them. So yeah, I got very, very dizzy. I couldn't stand up. I couldn't walk. I couldn't see. I couldn't even open my eyes. Everything spun. Yeah, I made myself very sick. You can do that to yourself. I didn't know that. I did not know that you can actually seriously injure yourself with too much liquid, like too much water. You can overhydrate yourself to dangerous levels. So don't do that to yourself. Yeah, don't do that. 64 ounces of water a day is like the max you need. You shouldn't go over that. And thank you, Debbie. Oh my God, I can't even tell you how excited I am. If you do have a chance to go look on Insta, because I'm not going to say on here where we're moving to, but you can go check out the house. Like I say, we don't really give our city location of where we're moving to and stuff, but you'll know it probably from looking at the pictures because you live out here. But I'm not going to give that information online. So, but I am so excited, and I cannot wait. Where we're going is, put it this way, it usually is about 15, maybe 20 degrees cooler there than it is here. Neither. I just threw my hair up. It's not supposed to be either. Just a messy bun, I guess. I just chucked my hair up because I was trying to go through all this laundry. It's just messy. But yeah. Oh no. Wow, okay. All right, we'll see you later, Wendy. Yeah, it's kind of, I guess, a messy one. I don't know. But yeah, I put it on Instagram, so if you want to look at it. I even, I did post, I think it might have shared it to the Facebook page, but I don't remember. But yeah, I did post it on Insta. I posted a couple of the pictures. I haven't posted any of the bedroom pictures yet because when we did our walkthrough and stuff, they still have their staging furniture throughout the house. And I was like, I didn't like the way that the staging furniture looked. And I was like, that's not what the rooms are going to look like when we actually move in. There's going to be, one of them's going to be the baby's room. One's going to be my office space. One's going to be Sarah's room. And the other one's going to be the guest bedroom. So like when Taylor comes up or whatnot, and when we have people come out, they'll have a space that they can go that will be already set up. And then my bedroom. So, because it's 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. 2 of the rooms share a Jack and Jill bathroom. And then there's a bathroom in the hall and then 2 more rooms. The really big, like, second bedroom that's in the house is painted like a really light purple. Like a really, really faint light purple. I don't even know. I don't think I have anything in this house that is that color purple. I don't have anything with that shade. Maybe almost this shade of purple, but it's even lighter than this. But yeah, so I was like, I don't know. Like Sarah's gonna pick. I told her to pick whichever room on those 4 on that side of the house that she wants to. Thinking about looking for a house soon. Yeah. See, and I'm so happy. Like we've been, as you know, we've been looking for years. And looking for a while, trying to decide, are we going to stay in this area? And are we going to find a different state that we want to move to? We have friends, family, all that here. They made that decision, like, we're going to kind of stick around here, but we want land. And so we went out, we were searching, and a lot of the thing we ran into, and I talked about this in one of the other things, was that a lot of the houses out here, so like in the valley, out in Bullhead City, in the fort, all the houses, everything that's built out here is on leased land. So somebody else owns the land. You just own the house on the land. So if you buy a house on leased land, that land can be sold and you can be made to move off of it if somebody else purchases the land. You can't buy the land because the land is owned by developers. So the developers own the land and then they build a bunch of houses on it. If the developers decide to sell the land later on down the road, let's say to someone who wants to build a mall or a parking garage or whatever, they pay you fair market value for your house and tell you to get off their land. And you don't have a choice. You gotta leave. We kept running into that, and I was like, I don't want to purchase a house and build ourselves up a home and really do all the things that go with like what we want to do, and then one day be told we are being forced off the land. So I was really big about finding somewhere where we can buy the land and the house. So we went searching. Instead of looking for a house at that point, we said, let's just find land. Let's find land and see where we end up. So we went searching and we came across several properties, but this property in particular, we looked at it, and where it's at is perfect. And so we went and we looked at it, and they have the big house on it. That just happened to be a big plus, but it has the big, huge house on it. And we were like, let's go actually take a look and let's walk the land. Let's walk the house. Let's see, if this is the fit. So we went out there, we walked the land. Bubby ran around like a little lunatic, and we went inside the house. We both kind of felt a little odd because, of course, the people had all their stuff in there, and it was very personalized versus being set as staging, because like they come out there during the holiday season to be out in the house. So kind of like snowbirds in a way, but like not for as long. They come out for the months of October, November, and December, and then they leave again. And so they use the house between those 3 months. And so I was like, they have all their stuff in there. They have it all set up as guest bedrooms. Everything's like guest bathrooms set up. They have their like little office space with like, you can clearly see they get together as a family with like all the people that come together. They get together and they had like all these little instruments and stuff like that and little chairs all in that room. So I'm guessing that they do things like musically as a family, but it was very personal. So Sarah and I felt just a little bit awkward. Like we didn't open the cabinets to look at like how the shelving was set up. We didn't go through anything, which is kind of what you want to do when you do a walk of a house. You want to be able to open the closets. We opened the one closet, and of course it had all their clothes in it, and I was like, okay, close that. So it was very weird. That's why I feel so weird about the people coming to walk through here tomorrow to look at this rental, because I'm like, we're still in here. We haven't finished packing yet. We're not moving out until we don't get our keys till the 25th for the new property. So like, it's so weird to have somebody walking through your house with all your stuff while you're in the process of packing. Like, okay, I mean, they're gonna feel odd too, guarantee it. But whatever. Hi, little mama. Are you covered? Oh, okay, because I have the live stream. No, I just want to make sure. But ooh, ooh la la. Oh, that was a good one. So yeah, all we're waiting for now, and I told Sarah about it today, all we're waiting for now is the inspection and the appraisal thing. They're doing it all together because it's the VA doing it. So the inspector and appraiser are the same person. So they're just doing it all as one go, which is awesome. And so now we just wait for that. So if they don't go tomorrow, then we're all crossing our fingers that it's either Monday or Tuesday. And then we will have the keys by the 25th. So we're kind of hoping they get out there tomorrow, because that means we could actually get the keys early if everybody's in agreement to do the switch out early. But yeah, I'm just like, all documents are signed, all paperwork is done. Everything's in underwriting, is finished. It's all written. It's all ready. Everything's just sitting there waiting for the appraisal price. And then we can sign and exchange, like hand me the keys and be like, thank you. And then them go up there and pull their furniture out of the house, if they haven't already done it yet. I'm going to guess that they already started moving everything, because once they go into accepting the offer, which they've already accepted our offer, all that's already done. Like everything is done. The sellers have already been like, they're absolutely like, yes, good, we sold it. It's no longer our problem. So now we just wait for the appraisal and inspection, and we're finished. So we're like, yeah. So now we're just like, okay, come on, you guys got this. It's just like, come on, please hurry up and do it, because we are so excited to finally just. I think Sarah and I are like, we just want to get our lives like genuinely started, because we have so many plans for the property and we own it. That's the best part, is like, it's our property. We own it. We can go and be crazy on it. And our neighbors are pretty far apart. So I can't wait to get out there, get Carlisle's pool set up, so he'll finally have his pool and be able to have fun. Oh yeah, this is all your stuff if you want to go through it and decide what you're keeping, what you're not. Well, I know, but I'm going to have to figure out where to, probably just going to lay it on the floor in there. Because we have to get up early. Okay. Because they're coming at 11. I was like, oh, great. I know, right? I wish they would have just waited till like Monday. I'm like, can you just bring them out on Monday? Like, do we have to bring them out tomorrow? Couldn't you like give me a heads up a couple of days in advance, not like 14 hours in advance? Whatever. I get it. They don't want to lose out on getting that rent, you know, getting this place filled up. So, let me tell you what, I will be so happy to leave here. Because let me tell you something, guys. When we lived in the RV at this same property, and the other guy lived in the house, the landlord maybe here, you finally found the right house. Yeah, exactly. The landlord would come out here once in the week during the time that the guy was out here doing the mowing and all that, to like tell him, like, we're going to update this, or we're going to add this, or whatever. We'd see them once in a while, very rarely. We have lived here a year. We have seen the landlord every single day that we've lived here. Every day. Every single day. They come in, they bang around in the garage, which I understand because there's other bays here that are rented, but it's not the people that rented the bays that are here banging around, it's the landlord. They're out there banging around. They move the tractor back and forth, back and forth. We had the leak out here, and I told the guy when he showed up, he was only supposed to be looking at the issue, not doing anything with it until the next day because it needed to dry out. I tell them, as I'm getting ready to take Neil back over to Lake Havasu, I tell him, as they came in to take a look at the window, I said, I just put the baby down for a nap. Sarah's gonna be here, but the baby is sleeping. Please don't make a bunch of noise when you go out there to look at where you need to fix it. No problem, no problems. And I tell him, I said, okay, we're heading out and taking him back. Sarah's inside if you have any questions, but the baby's sleeping, so please please stay out of the garage area. I get down the road, okay? I've got gas in the car. I'm getting ready to get on the interstate, and Sarah calls me. And I'm like, what? She's like, and you can hear Carlisle screaming his head off because the guy climbed out there and took something and did like 20 loud bangs against the metal siding of the house. Because as you guys I've told you guys, we're a house inside of a garage. Right? Hi, Wendy. So there's like this massive metal building around this house. And they just started banging on. Well, Carlisle recently, he's going through the stage where if a loud bang or something happens, it startles him and he gets scared and he'll run to you and whatnot. But he was upstairs in his crib sleeping. Sarah was right here on the couch, and the guy started banging just right where his crib is. His crib is like, the window in his room is really high up, and Carlisle's crib's down underneath that. And it's against that outer wall, that outside wall to the house. That man started banging right at the level right where Carlisle's crib is. So when he banged whatever he banged it right at it was almost as though he was hitting Carlisle's crib. Scared the ever-living piss out of that baby. He was screaming in such a panic that I called the landlord. I was like, let me call. I called him and I was like, I just told you when I left that I just put the baby down for a nap. He was up there sleeping. He'd only been asleep like 10 minutes. He was like, oh man, I was like, your guy is out there banging on the side of the damn house. They just scared the hell out of the baby. He's like, oh my God, let me go tell him. Like, dude, it took Sarah another 40 minutes to get Carlisle back down to sleep, which he's already, if you guys have been following since he's been born, we recently finally got it to where Carlisle, since he's been about 18 months old, so the last 5 months, we've gotten him to where he finally sleeps. Like, he has a set schedule. That baby goes to bed every night at 7 o'clock. You put him in his bed, you put his little thing, he has a little schedule of video. So he has a video of Miss Rachel that does all her little goodnight songs and whatnot, and then he has his ocean waves that click in, and it's 24 hours of ocean waves, so you don't have to worry about the video skipping out or whatever. It's his white noise. He watches that 30-minute video of Miss Rachel, and then when the waves start, he's out like a light. Like, he goes to sleep. Nap time, he will come to you and go, I night. 12 o'clock every day, like clockwork. That baby knows when his nap time is. We walk him upstairs. He lays down. We immediately click on the waves. He has the ocean waves going. He lays down. That baby is sound asleep in 10 minutes. Sound asleep, and will sleep from noon until 2:30. That is his sleep time. That is where he sleeps, when he sleeps. He does not sleep anywhere else except his crib. He's one of those kids. You can travel for 8 hours in a car. He ain't going to sleep. He doesn't like being in the car. He will not sleep in the car. We might get lucky once in a while and hit like a little rare moment, but no, 9 times out of 10, it ain't happening. That baby's not sleeping in a car. So like, he don't sleep in a car. He only sleeps in his crib, in his room at bedtime. So that's going to be a fun one, because when we move to the new house, it will be a new room, his crib still, but it won't be the same environment. So it's going to be a bit of an adjustment when we get moved. So we'll have to see how that goes right up to like the move day. But yeah, that's like literally the first thing that's getting set up at the new house the day we move is his crib. Getting his crib set up in his room and getting the little TV mounted in the room, so that way he has his ocean waves, because yeah, that has to be done first and foremost to make sure his environment is as close as like possible. Right now he's asleep, so no. So yeah, we're not going in there. He is sound asleep right now. It is, what time? 10 o'clock at night? Yeah, nope, not going in there. So he is sleeping. But if you go back and I think we did some walkthrough stuff. His room here is huge, but the new house, it won't be the same space as it is here. Let's see here. I'm not sure which room Sarah's going to pick for him up at the new house. There's 3 options, or 4 options technically, depending on which one Sarah picks. But like I said, yeah, we're not going up there right now. It's 10 o'clock at night. He's sleeping. He's been asleep since 7 o'clock. But the rooms are actually pretty good size. So you got this bedroom. So that's one of the bedrooms. Where's the other side? Then this bedroom, which has the burgundy curtains. The room, by the way, is white. It just looks funky because of the curtain color. And then where's the purple bedroom? I always call it the purple bedroom. Then you have the lavender purple bedroom. So, got that one. And then the other room, if Sarah chooses this one or whatnot, or makes it Carlisle's, this is the one that has like the office styled room. So that will depend on which one she picks. And then of course I have the master bedroom, which is this one. I don't know what's up with that stuff, but yeah. And that double doors that are right there goes into the big master bathroom. So yeah, it's pretty good size. Like, I'm so stoked to get moved in. Like, I just want my keys. It's so funny because they have this tiny little couch in that living room. Like, The tiny little couch in the living room. She said because they usually just use chairs for everybody, so that's why it just had just the little couch. And it was only put in there for staging purposes. Otherwise, they usually just had like the setup of like chairs that everybody sat around at. I thought that was quite funny. Yeah, it's so flipping pretty in there. Ugh, I cannot wait to get it all set up. It's gonna be so much fun getting everything in there. Yeah, the waves are a nice thing to have. Our thing is just trying to decide how we're gonna set up like the couch and everything in there, because this couch is gonna be temporary that we're gonna have in there. We're gonna eventually upgrade, but because this couch is huge and I don't know how well it's gonna fit in the space. So we haven't quite decided how we're gonna set it up yet, because we have, you know, the way that this is. So we haven't quite like settled on exactly how we're gonna set it up yet. Because you have the fireplace, which we are excited about. And then we have the area over the fireplace, like above the mantle area. For now, I think that's where we're gonna put like a small TV. Yeah, I'm gonna be such a busy bee. I can't wait. And then our other plan is, after we've gotten like the chickens established and we get like all the other things like that we want done, because we're also wrapping the deck around the rest of the way. See you later, Wendy. We are going to start working on putting in a foundation and a second house on the property for Sarah. So that way she'll have her own house, which I think will be really, really nice. And then what will happen is, of course, inside the main house, we'll have a room for grandbabies. And then like Sarah will have a room in there if she ever wants to just come hang out and stay at the house for that night or whatnot. And then, you know, I have the extra spare bedroom for guest. So it's going to be really nice because that way she will have her own house on the property. The goal is to do like a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom property for her, or a house for her on the property, and then like give it that individual fencing down the road. But of course that comes with getting permits and all that kind of stuff to lay foundation, and then of course piping into the already existing well that's on the property, so that way she's able to tap into the well water. All that kind of stuff goes with all of that. So it'll just be all about like where we want her house to be placed versus where the main house is placed, and then of course where the chickens are going to be versus, you know, how we want to do all that. So depending on how we go about that, we could end up having it to where we make a second entrance onto the property for her. So it's just going to be one of those things where we have so many opportunities now with the property that we get to just go with it. And I was talking on here the other day and we were all laughing about the fact that the guy was like, oh, by the way, just want to let you know, here's the paperwork and whatnot. You're licensed on the property to have horses. So the property is property licensed for horses. So you don't, I wouldn't have to go down and get all the permitting and all that stuff. It's already been done by the people that owned the house previously. The sellers have already gotten all those permits done. So they like sent me over all the copies of everything. I'll get all the originals once the sale is finalized, but I have copies of everything so I can look at everything, see what everything states, and what like the limits are and whatever. I just thought that was really funny because I have no intention of getting a horse, but it was really funny because I think the guy was like, with a property this big, you'd probably want to get horses. And no, I don't want horses. Love horses. I don't want horses. So not happening, but I would love to eventually get a couple of pigs. I would love to have chickens and a couple of pigs on the property. And yes, they would be the type that you can eat. I wouldn't be getting no potbellies, stuff like that. Those are pets. I've always said potbelly pigs and those other kind are pets. They're not food. I would want ones that can be food sourced. It's going to be fun. It is going to be so much fun. I cannot wait until after we get moved in and we get like everything like set up, and then I can just call everybody that I know and be like, y'all want to come out and have like a barbecue out here and like let's just like hang out and drink and have a good night. I can't wait to get to do something like that. It'll be so much fun. The deck is huge. Like, it's got a big, like, wrap-around deck right now that goes around the backside and the side of the house. We're going to bring it all the way around through the front. But it is on the one whole back side of the house. So I want to be able to do that and just have a really good time. Of course, not being obnoxious and loud with, you know, I think the closest neighbor is the ones that are like across the street. And that's still like a good half acre, 3/4 of an acre between us. You know, from where our house sits to the front gate to then the street, then their front gate, then their property, and then their house. Thank you, Joseph. I cannot wait till we get out there and I can walk you guys around, like, and show you guys everything. The property's been cleared, right? So, like, it's been cleared out. So I think there's a couple of bushes on the property. And so, like, yeah, we're going to also be tilling up a bunch of areas to plant trees, because we're going to do trees. Also some really awesome fruit trees as well. But we want some heavier trees that are going to give some, like, blockage to the wind. And then we're going to do some fruit trees. We're also going to put 2 greenhouses on the property. So we want them to be good sized greenhouses, so we can have a full functioning garden, because we want to have one that's going to have like all your herbs, spices, stuff like that. We also want one that's going to have like all your fruits, and then veggies, which get planted in the ground. We want something separate, so that way we're not trying to maneuver around the ground fruit or the ground veggies versus, you know, the fruit that's going to be on, like, on raised beds. So that's going to be a whole thing. But yeah, I cannot wait to get the gardening started, like start actually planting like our fruits and veggies. I am so excited to be able to do that. I have a whole bunch of seeds already. Like, I have packets upon packets of seeds ready to go. So I just getting the greenhouses built is going to be one of the biggest parts of this whole thing. And the greenhouses out here, I've been doing a lot of research on like how we get the higher temps in the summer. From where we're going to be going, it's not as hot as here, but it's hot enough that you have to be careful with your plants. So green cover on the greenhouses is going to be vital. So having that greenery on it, as well as making sure that you have as little pass through. So they mean by like, you want it pretty close to enclosed to build your humidity in the greenhouse versus the dry air. Because of course we have dry air out here, and the drier the air, the hotter the summer gets, the faster you scorch your plants. So you get it to where you have the humidity build up, it will save your plants from getting burnt. So this is all stuff I'm just starting to learn. So if I get things going successfully and things start to really show great growth, then I'll share all the things and tips and tricks I've learned how to garden in the Arizona heat. But that'll take time. So it's not going to be like a tomorrow thing. You know what I mean? So we'll see how the gardening goes, but I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get it started and to get all the setup done, because yeah, it's going to take time. But like, my brain, as you can see, like the excitement build as I'm like talking about all the things we have like that I want to do with the property, and the fact that I bought a house, and I bought land. It's still, to me, like, I know it's like, I've got the paperwork, I've got it all sitting right there, we're packing, and I'm still like, is this for real? Is this really happening? Like, is it for real? Because what? So yeah, super excited. I can't quit grinning because the excitement level is like way up here. Just, yeah, one day at a time. Like I said, we already know the very first project. The very first thing that we are doing when we get out there, as soon as we have the keys, the very first project is putting up something to barricade and block the air conditioning unit from the dog. Because my dog is insane. He's a puppy and he is crazy. And we need to make sure the AC unit is protected, because he loves to dig at things and chew things. Second thing that needs to get done is we got to do the same thing that we're doing with the AC unit with the holding tank, pump, and propane tank, because If he tries to dig at the propane tank, we could have a massive fire and damage the property or even blow up the house. And, you know, that's the last thing you want. The one thing we need done after all of that is closed off, then we want to get our hot water tank converted over to a tankless electric hot water heater and get the propane tank off the property. Not exactly sure what that cost to have them come remove it, but that is that is an absolute, we got to get that done. That's going to probably get done sometime in like September, because as the summer months hit, as we all know, it'll be so hot out that we won't even need to utilize the propane anyway for the hot water tank, because our well pumps up into a big holding tank that sits outside. So you have this big holding tank that sits over the whale, and the water pumps up through that whale through a pressure pumping, and it pumps up into that holding tank. Holding tank is solid black. It will get hot. The water that's in that tank is what gets pulled into the house. I think our holding tank is 300 gallons, I think. It's a lot of water. And so that water is going to be boiling hot during the summer. So we're going to always have hot water during the summertime without even needing to utilize the gas. So if we can get through the summer and put the money aside to get the tankless heater done, that's going to be A1 first thing that we get done in September, is conversion and pulling the propane tank off the property completely, because that is the last thing I want, is a damn propane tank. I don't want it. I don't like having flammable gas running through my house. And I've had such bad experiences with propane and with like actual natural gas. I'm traumatized because of it, and I just like to just avoid it. So that is like one of the main things we want to get off there. Everything else in the house is electric. So our stove, our refrigerator, our dryer, our washer, everything in the house is electric. We don't need we do not need the propane tank, except for the hot water tank. You okay? Did the cat run? Again? The cat took off again. And the baby woke up because the cat's being crazy. So it woke the baby up. Yeah. Debbie knows what I'm talking about because she lives out here. Like, she's right up the mountain from me. Out here, there's no such thing as cold water during the summertime. Once we hit Jesus, it's going to probably start here next month in May. The cold water is even warm. Yeah, even like you turn on the cold water, you're not getting cold water out of the faucet. It's just going to be like, I think the coldest it'll get is like warmed, like cold coffee. So when like warmed water, like it's warm enough that you could take a bath in it, you know, like just like a warm bath. Like you can give a baby a bath in our cold water out here because it's that warm. But yeah, and you can leave it running for all day and it'll stay hot. It will not get cold. So there's no such thing as cold water where we live during the summer months. So like right around end of May through June, July, and August, especially August. August is like the hottest month. I think end of July and all of August is our hottest month. But yeah, right about September is when we start to see that little decline in temperature. So that's when we're going to go ahead and get the tankless put in. Because that's going to take work anyway, because they got to remove the hot water tank, the big gas tank. And then they need to fit the lines to the actual converting tank and then take the propane tank out. And which means when they do that, we got to cap any line that was gas line to the house. So all those lines have to be capped out, because we're not going to have them dig them up and remove them. We're just going to make sure they get capped and hopefully down under, because if we ever, let's say, do need to put a propane tank back on the property at some point, which I don't think we will, but if there's ever that time where that needs to happen, you have access to it. But yeah, we want to make sure all of that gets secured and done. But yeah, that's a whole level of a whole nother something. But yeah, that's gonna be a whole thing. And then, like I said, we have to get the other area done. So one of the things we do have to get, which is why I wanted my taxes already, we needed that done, is we need to get a dog run, a temporary dog run for outside. We're gonna get one of those like 10 by 10s or something. I was gonna do 2 of those, which would make it like a 20 by 20 dog run to put Toby in when we first get moved in, because we don't have a dog door yet and we need to be able to set that up. But we also don't want him to just take off on the 2.5 acres of land. There are coyotes out here, lots of coyotes. We got to be careful. And he's quite the dummy. He's still a pup, but he's quite the dummy. And I don't think he would realize like coyotes are dangerous and that they can kill him. And he would probably think they're just other dogs that want to play with him, and he would approach. So we don't want that to happen. And he'll be inside at night anyway. But during the day, when we need to let him out, we want to be able to let him out into an area where he's not going to cause damage while we're securing the areas that he can cause damage. Also, it's that time of the year where rattlesnakes are going to be out and whatnot. And if his little dumb self tries to go under the porch, there could be rattlesnakes basking underneath there. And that's the last thing we want, is him getting bit by a rattlesnake. Especially because we're out in the middle of nowhere and we don't want him getting himself hurt where we're not going to be able to get him to a vet on time. I think the closest vet to us is 35 minutes away, and he will not survive a 35-minute drive if he gets bit by a snake. Yeah, the coyotes, especially where we're going, in the area that we're going, yeah, they're going to be, because we're in the middle of nowhere. It is just open, wild land out there. And our neighbors are very far apart. Just from our house, plus our land, and then the land between us and the neighbor, like we have 2.5 acres of land. They have 2.5 acres of land. And our houses are on opposite sides of our properties. So in between us is 5 acres of land, like separating our front doors. So we have huge gaps of land between us. And that is one of those things where you're just like, you have to be super, super mindful that your neighbors aren't close. And you have to realize, like, if you get in a pickle, you know, you're kind of crap out of luck unless you can get somebody to you quickly. And so if, you know, this dog goes and decides to be dumb, yeah, we could end up with a dead dog. So don't want that to happen, even though he's a bit of a box of rocks. He really is. He's really not the, like, when it comes to like obedience stuff, like sit, stay, lie down, get up, you know, heel, come, and like you can give him something and tell him to set it down. He can do all those things, but leave him to his own vices and like to just be a dog when nobody's giving him commands, and he is a box of rocks. He will run into things. He'll bury his toys, but then not know where he buried his toys. And then, or if you give him a treat, like I give him the little milk bone treats, he takes those and buries them and never actually eats them. I don't know. He's a bit weird. He will take his big, we ended up buying him these huge water bowls, like huge dog bowls, because he kept taking them out, like the smaller ones, out the dog door and dragging them out into the dirt out there. And then of course not having any water, but he would dump his whole water bowl over. He'd put his foot in it, he'd push it like this, and the whole bowl would flop over, and then he'd pick it up and run out the door with it. Like, well, now you don't have any water. What are you doing? So we got him these huge, heavy water bowls. And because he kept trying to dump it again, I had to literally take like twist tie things, not twist ties, what do they call it? Zip ties, and zip tie it to the bottom of the table so he can't take it and dump it over, because he's a box, like I said, he's a box of rocks. He's not all there. So now his big bowl for his water is zip tied to the table that's in the room. I'm just like, this dog. He'll grow out of that. I keep telling myself that. I don't know if it's true. He will get out of that puppy stage of knocking everything over. Tonks did it for a little bit when he was little, and he grew out of that. He wasn't as bad as this guy. He didn't go this long, but he did eventually grow out of being a little hellion. Toby's still quite the hellion. He's all over the place. This dog is just, but yeah. Yeah. Little tiny thing, so stinking cute. Did he pass? Like, I'm gonna be so sad if you tell me that he passed. Because he was already an old baby back then, so. I made a big old thing of Stouffer's mac and cheese tonight. It was so good. It was so good. I should have, like, it's in the fridge now, but I should have put another bowl out. Ah, so good. The taste is so good of that. But it's funny too, because she's gonna come up here at 11 o'clock tomorrow and be like, sorry. It's a mess in here. But this is what happens when you decide, oh, he did. I'm so sorry. I know Tonks passed in March of last year, so it's been a year that he's passed on. And that was rough. Let me tell you what, that was so rough. Like, he was my boy. Like, he even went to work with me every day. Like, he would get up every day and be so excited to get in the car. And those last couple of months, yeah, I bet. Those last couple of months, like, those were the harder part. I think not the actual passing, but the watching as he deteriorated for me, because he was such a vibrant dog and so, like, gung-ho about, like, keeping me safe, that when those last couple of months got there to where he couldn't even get in and out of the RV without falling. He couldn't get into the car without falling. Oh, wow. Yeah, 2022. Yeah, Tonks passed in 2023. Like, having to, like, lift him up. I'd take him out so he could go run in the yard, and he used to just get the zoomies, and he would start to, like, try to run around, and his whole body would just tremor everywhere. He would get the shakes really bad because his muscles were just, like, so fatigued. So he couldn't really do too much more walking, running. And then, like, in his last couple of weeks, every time he would try to drink or eat anything, it literally came out the other side of him within, like, minutes. And so I finally called and made the appointment and took him out, and we had a great time. And he got to just go be a goofy, crazy dog at the dog park, and then had himself one of his favorite things, which is when I would just get him a plain burger, and he ate that, and of course it came right back out the other side of him. And then the next morning, he wasn't doing good. And I took him in, and we said our goodbyes, and it was so peaceful. You guys don't understand, like, it was so peaceful to see him go from, like, this shaking dog to just, like, at peace. So yeah, I was gonna say, they do that. That's so cool. But yeah, we have his ashes. I got his ashes done and his footprint done and stuff. But, like, I've seen many animals get euthanized. When I used to do volunteer work with the shelters, and then when I did the one in Needles, we used to go in, and we always had, like, you have the one day during the month. It's sometimes twice during the month, but usually only one time during the month, during euthanasias, where you close the shelter for the day and you do all euthanizing. And you watch those animals struggle through that euthanasia medication. Like, when you give them that injection, you watch the struggle of a vibrant, healthy life going. They put up a fight. I'll tell you what, those animals put up a fight, and it is gut-wrenching to see. But when I took Tonks in, and he had that medication, same stuff you use for any euthanasia, and to give him that, and he went so peacefully. Not any secondary jerking, no fighting it, no nothing. It was just like he just went right off to sleep. Just so peacefully. Like, I've been with two animals in my lifetime, Tonks and another animal that I did when I was in, like when I was volunteering, that have gone peacefully like that. Like just, it was a done deal. They were tired, they were done, they let you know they were done, and it was just the most peaceful exit. And I'm so glad that that's how his went, because I was so afraid, like, was I making the right decision? Like, was there something else we could give him? And to see him go so quietly and peacefully was the absolute sign. Even the doctor said he was ready. He was so ready. So yeah. And like I said, because right now the shelters and stuff are so overwhelmed. Like they just did another set of euthanasias at the one in Needles because they're so overwhelmed with people breeding animals in their backyards, you know? Did you know that Nevada has a law? And I was wondering how the Laughlin people, they send all their like animal control type stuff, they send them out to Vegas. But their animal control facility, you can't do adoptions or anything through them. But the people that do pickups there, their animal control officers in Laughlin, we were all talking about this, and this is something we're trying to push in Arizona now. They have a rule. If you backyard breed your animals with, I mean, you don't have a license for breeding, you get fined for that. If your dog gets pregnant, let's say another dog jumps your fence and knocks up your dog, you get a hefty fine for that. If you have puppies that you're advertising for finding homes for, and you are not licensed to breed in Nevada, it's a law. I didn't know this. They actually can fine you for that. If you have an animal on your property that is not a licensed breeding animal, and it is not spayed or neutered, you get ticketed for that. And you can have your animal removed from your care if you are given more than one warning. They will warn you once, and then they will come back to verify that you did what you were supposed to. You cannot have an unaltered animal in the state of Nevada without a license to have that unaltered animal. So if you have a dog or a cat and it is fully intact and you don't have a breeding license, you can actually get in trouble for it. We need to do the same thing here in Arizona. If you are just someone who's going into a shelter to pick up a pet, you'd better make sure that you get that animal spayed or neutered. No more backyard puppies, no more backyard kitties, in your closet kitties. People need to be fixing their animals. I have done way too many foster home cares of pregnant females, of newborn kittens, bottle feeding puppies, and if you've been with us a while, you know how many of them I have cared for. It is a never-ending battle, and 9 times out of 10, especially when it comes to kittens, it is usually not a good ending. 9 times out of 10, these kittens don't make it. 9 times out of 10, they're born with serious health conditions because the mothers aren't being properly cared for. I mean, I had several litters that were born with fever coat. It's crazy. It's like, and 9 times out of 10, the mamas don't survive delivery of their kittens because they were not properly cared for, or they were just too young to be having kittens, or they abandon the kittens. And then you're trying to bottle feed kittens, which, by the way, they get FKS, which is fading kitten syndrome. And once they get that, it's literally within minutes. They go from being completely, totally fine to gone. So like, I'm like, we need to implement that. Like, that needs to become a law in the state of Arizona. If you have animals in your home and they are not spayed or neutered, then you can get ticketed or you can have them removed from your care. Because, like, people, come on. Like, do you see how many animals are sitting in shelters right now? And how many of them are being euthanized daily because we're out of room? Right now, let's say right this minute, if you decided, or let's say you had to move, or your landlord got a hair up their butt and decided you can't have pets on the property, and you can't find someone to take your pet, and you have no other choice because you're going to lose your home, and you have to take that pet to the shelter, I can tell you right now, right this minute, if your pet has to go to the shelter, they will be euthanized upon intake. So you will sign papers. When your pet walks to that back room, they will be receiving an injection that will end their life there at that moment when you walk through that door. They don't have the room at the shelters right now. There's no space. It's sad. It's heartbreaking. And of course, I used to share doing fostering. And of course, we always got people that were like, she just gets them while they're little and then gives them away when they get too old. Dude, that's what fostering is. You foster until someone adopts them. They're in your care until they find a forever home. That's why it's called foster care. But yeah, people apparently don't understand that. But you leave someone like Joey Graceffa doing it, and everybody's like, oh, it's so cute. But let a single mom do it. Apparently, we're not supposed to do that. I stopped fostering after a while, only for the sheer fact that the one organization that we do have out here is a hot mess. Several of the people are just a hot mess. And I just decided I wasn't going to keep jumping hoops for them and going out of my way and then having an issue. Like when we ended up having to leave the house we were at and move into the RV, that is not a conducive place for two cats, especially a disabled cat. And I kept contacting them to let them know the situation we were in. We kind of ran into a hole in the wall. We couldn't find another place that we were going to go. We had the RV, but that was all we had. We had nowhere else to go, and there was going to be a baby coming into the picture. Kind of like literally when I say crap hit the fan, crap hit the fan so damn fast in 2021. And the end of 2021, going into 2022, was a absolute shit show. And we just ran right into one problem after another, like not even kidding. It was like the minute we thought we had everything finally figured out or had our heads above water, we were drowning again. And I was fighting the VA and I was fighting the doctors, and Sarah was fighting with the medical stuff that she was having to deal with. Taylor was getting out of the military. Like everything that could go wrong went wrong back to back to back. Like everybody's had that moment in their life. And I knew with the cats that we were not going to be able to provide them a space that was conducive to a happy, comfortable situation. And we got told we weren't allowed to rehome them and that we weren't allowed to take them to the shelter. And I was like, okay, first of all, I had already signed documentation and the cats were mine. Like it's like when you go to the animal shelter and you adopt, they become your pet. They're yours. They're not the shelter's anymore. But the rescue was like, oh no, they're still ours. No, they're not. They're mine. They're in my name. They're under my vet care. They're under my vet insurance. Like it was a whole mess. And I was like, you know what? You can't force somebody to keep an animal in a situation that's not healthy. So I ended up I found Gracie a good home because she was a disabled cat who needed good care. Found her a good home. Rigby, we weren't so lucky about that. He is a cat that just needs 101% of your time. So we went over to the Arizona Humane Society. We went up there. We talked with them. They were amazing. And I let them know, like, we need somebody for him. He's a hand-raised cat from literally hours old. He's going to need someone that is willing to take on a cat that is very, very needy. And so we had him with us a couple extra days and finally found him somebody through the ASPCA. So we were able to get him adopted that way. But like, honestly, I was like, you can't tell somebody that they've adopted a pet. They've paid all the insurance. They've done all the things they're supposed to do. But then there is a situation that arises that was completely out of our control. Like literally, I had no say. No say. Let's put it this way. We were living in the house. We hadn't even moved yet. And the landlord moved somebody else into the house at the same time we were living in it. He's like, well, you guys can go on that side of the house and they can have this side of the house for now. What? We are living here. We paid you rent for here. Like, and then he had those people pay him rent as well. We were like in the house and they moved somebody in the house while we were in it. Like we hadn't even packed our stuff yet. Like, what? Needless to say, we literally did like a mad dash of purging everything we owned putting what we could into the RV. I was like, that was one of those moments where Sarah was literally 2 months away from giving birth. No, she wasn't. Yes, she was, because we did it in February. She was 2 months away from giving birth. Heavily pregnant, panicking because now we didn't have his nursery anymore, whatnot. We ended up gutting out the back of the RV to make a nursery for him, which everything worked out, but we ended up having to rehome my cats. And Rigby, I hand raised from literally hours old. He was the surviving kitten of an entire litter that died of FKS. And I was devastated because I didn't want to rehome him. He was like my baby. Like, I was attached to that cat and I had no choice. And when it comes down to stuff like that, that's what shelters need to be for, is for situations where you have absolutely no other option and like whatnot. And that's what happened. Hey, have a good night. Have a good night, Debbie. So it's one of those things where I try to tell people, like, when you have choices, take them. But when you have no other options, that's what a shelter is for. Not because you don't like the animal anymore or whatever. Like, Toby's a little bonehead. We got him as a gift for me to train him for service work, right? Well, he can't be a service dog. He doesn't qualify because of his medical condition. But does that mean I'm getting rid of my dog? No, I made a commitment to him and I accepted him as a gift that was gifted to me. And he's a bonehead and a half, but I love him to death. And I will make accommodations for his boneheadedness to make sure that it works out for him. He's not a foster pet. He is mine. He is my pet. And I need to make accommodations. So it's one of those things where when you have pets and you're going to do rentals, make sure that you're looking at places that are going to accept pets. If you really can't find something and comes down to your family, your children, whatnot, then I do understand that sometimes you don't have another option. I've been in those shoes. But here's a little tip for those of you out there that are landlords. If you are someone who is renting a home to people that are a family, that have children, one of those things that goes with the American dream of having a place to live with your family and kids is pets. Every kid out there wants a puppy. Every kid out there wants a kitty. Every kid out there wants to have some form of pet to care for. And pets are a huge integral part of family life. And to have all these people that are renters, especially now, that are like absolutely zero pet tolerance. Almost every place out here that is a rental, zero pet tolerance, which is one of the reasons right now all the shelters are full. Because a lot of these home renters, a lot of these renters, landlords, have gone to a no pet policy, no pets. And a lot of these people have had to surrender their animals out of their homes for the only sake that they have no home if they don't. And it would put people in a position where they don't have a place to go with their kids or their family or whatnot. And it's sad that the world has come to a place where nobody's allowed to have pets in their home. So I'm just glad that I'm going to own my property and own my land and own my home. And my dog is going to be there. Sarah's cat is going to be there. You know, or I should say Carlisle's, because that cat is totally Carlisle's cat. Let's be real. That's his Lilo. The cat's name's not Lilo, by the way. The cat's name is Milo. But Carlisle calls him Lilo. Lilo. So we just call him Lilo. Lilo. But anyway. Alright, I'm going to get off here. Put this mess of stuff away. Since, you know, they're coming to look at the house in the morning. But yeah, you guys, I will take you on a tour of the property. Hopefully an empty house tour first, so you guys can see the house before we start moving everything in. But as soon as I have my keys, I'm going to take you guys out there. So, all right, you guys. You guys are amazing and fantastic. And we'll talk to you later.